Hello, hello. Let me get the camera all set up here. All right. Happy Monday. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Hopefully you guys can all hear and see me. Oh, Gloria's on. Good. Okay. Good morning. Can't wait to practice yoga to make my body thrive. Oh, I love that. Wonderful. Welcome back. I'll give everybody just a few moments here to kind of sign on and settle in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world or whenever you are seeing this or watching this or enjoying this practice. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I hope everybody is staying healthy and safe. Alrighty, so I have another nice class planned for today. So just maybe a shorter meditation, but still a nice meditation and then yoga practice. Oh, Casey's on. Hey, Val, ready for another great session. Awesome. Yeah, here we go. I love this. Okay, this is so fun. I love doing this live. I wish I could see you and really be doing these classes with you, but what's so interesting is you guys are able to join literally from all over the world and join me here, that even if I was teaching live, perhaps you wouldn't be able to be a part of it. Oh, Uli's on. Yeah. Hello. Super. All right. Okay, so I always try to, not waste, but, kind of talk for a little 2 minutes, just let everybody get signed on here and say hellos and say where you're joining from. Oh, Louise, hey, welcome. Cool. All right. So I have another Louise Hay card for today. Big surprise. But today's card I thought was kind of nice, like usual. So the card is "My future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world." And as much as I really like this card, I think then today's world, perhaps that might be a little difficult, to kind of say and maybe believe that your future is glorious with everything that's kind of going on might make you feel anxious. So when I was kind of sitting and thinking about this card, I kind of thought the best maybe meditation to do would just be some diaphragmic, so deep diaphragmic breathing. So which is just belly breathing. So we'll just do some belly breathing. Because belly breathing is kind of the basics anyways when it comes to any type of meditation or guided meditation that I do when it comes to breathing. And also with belly breathing, it helps you to relax, lower anxiety, helps decrease blood pressure and your heart rate and all types of good stuff. So we'll just start laying on our backs on our mat, or in a seated position is fine. It just is easier when you're lying down, and it helps kind of all your muscles just to really relax, and you can really see where you're breathing from. So I invite you to maybe grab a pillow or two and just meet me lying down for today's theme. I'm going to bring it back with me so I can read it again later. Okay, so I'm just going to scoot back. Let's not forget my microphone. It'll be harder for you to hear me. Okay. So what we'll do is just put a pillow under your head and maybe one under your knees, just to support your lower back, because mine tends to overextend in one direction or so. Okay. So you just want to get in a nice, comfortable lying position. If you're seated on a chair, that's fine too. Just make sure maybe your feet are touching the ground. If it's more comfortable for you to keep your knees bent, that's perfectly fine. If you'd like to straighten your legs, then I recommend having a pillow underneath of your knees. And I invite you to bring one hand kind of on the upper part of your chest and one kind of right below the ribs, maybe even on your navel or your belly button. And just notice where you're naturally breathing. So go ahead and get comfortable and just notice where you're breathing. No judgment, just noticing. I can notice that I'm definitely breathing a little bit higher in my chest. And it feels slightly restricted, remember to relax your jaw. And we're just going to kind of settle in. So for diaphragmatic breathing, without forcing, you want to take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Allow this deep breath to expand your lungs. And that means your diaphragm is coming down and it's allowing your lungs to expand out. And then a slow exhale out. And you should feel your hand maybe sinking a little bit more. So the key is just a nice, slow, deep inhale. So we're not kind of forcing our breath. So not like a deep inhale and like really pushing and forcing your belly in and out. That's definitely not what you want. So I don't want to be just like pulsing my stomach. I want to be really settling in. So I'll kind of stop talking and I'll allow you to just take that slow, deeper inhale in as you allow the air to come deeper and deeper into your lungs as your diaphragm kind of comes down. And then on the exhale, the diaphragm goes up and your lungs kind of contract a little bit. Just kind of feeling your hands rise and fall. And just the key here is to just kind of allow your hand on your stomach to just rise and fall. Taking nice slow inhale in and full exhale out. Just holding it for just 1 second before the inhale and then again at the exhale. So slow inhale in, allowing the hand to rise. Tiny pause and then a full exhale. Nice deep inhale, maybe for 3 seconds. And then exhaling for 5 seconds. Or just for a count of 5. Inhaling. Just allowing your body to relax as you do this breathing technique. Allowing your tummy to rise and fall. And as you do that, just relaxing your body. Just tuning into your body. Just releasing any tension, any gripping. Releasing any anxiety or stress you might have been holding on to from the day or the start of your day since it's Monday. Just allowing all that stress and tension just to fall away. Just relaxing the muscles in your face. And just allowing that breath to go even deeper into your lungs, expanding your chest and rising your tummy. And if this feels kind of difficult, just make sure you're fully relaxed and that the muscles are able to relax, that you're in a nice, comfy position. No judgment here, no stresses. Just noticing the breath and where it is in your body. Just bringing your awareness to the hand that's on your stomach, just as it rises and falls ever so gently with your breath. Really good. And just so we don't fall asleep, just wiggle the toes a little bit. And wiggle the fingers. I'm going to grab the card and read it just one more time for those that have just joined. So the theme for today is my future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. So we're just calming the body as we're breathing and just taking in the intention that all is well. I'm safe. Continue breathing. And take a nice deep inhale in. And just bring your left leg up, grabbing the knee, just stretching just ever so gently here. Today's going to be just a nice, gentle practice. Just something nice and yummy, just so we're following our breath, staying just really in tune with our body, not allowing our week to start off stressful. It's a Monday, so we're going to start it off nice and stress-free. Nice deep breathing. So knowing that your future is glorious throughout the week, just take it just for the day or the week or the month or the year, however you want to use this card of knowing your future is glorious. Go ahead and release the left, bring in the right. So gentle bend and a little bit of stretching. Go ahead and release and bring both legs just up to the sky. I'm going to move the pillow that was under me away. And just kind of point and flex the toes, just warming up the ankles, maybe doing some circles with your feet, doing some opposite circles here. And just pointing, flexing, maintaining that kind of belly breathing here. Go ahead and lower the feet down and cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Opening up the hip a little bit, and then inhaling, right leg up. Maybe threading the needle and grabbing behind the right leg. Breathing gently, relaxing the face. I sit so much more now that I work at home. And I noticed that this stretch just helps so much with my hips and my lower back, which is why I incorporated it almost, maybe 90% of the time. If we don't do reclined pigeon, we do regular pigeon. So go ahead and release and cross the right ankle over the left. Inhaling, left leg up. Maybe keeping that right foot slightly flexed. The closer you bring the left knee towards your face, the deeper the stretch. Really breathing into that side hip. Allowing all that little connective tissue, any stiffness, all of that to release. I'm going to extend that left leg down and uncross. I'm going to do a little baby core exercise here. So if you want, go ahead and remove the pillows that were under you. And what I'm going to have you do is just make sure your back is pressed into your mat. So maybe roll your hips back activating, really pressing your lower back into the mat. You should already feel your core getting slightly turned on here, getting really warmed up, especially in your lower transverse abdominal muscles here. So maybe you can even right between where your hips are, if you can, as with your back pressed in, you can feel these activated. So your knees should be bent and you're pressing your lower back into the ground. And what I don't want you doing is gripping in the upper part of your chest. You should be able to breathe naturally. And what we're going to do is we're just going to step out 1 foot at a time while maintaining this position. So just step out the right, tap the heel, bring it back in. Tap the left, bring it back in. We're going to continue doing 8 more. 1, really using that lower core. 2, breathing. Just tapping those heels, not allowing this to move. Should really be feeling your lower abdominals really fired up here. And the reason I'm decided to really incorporate a bit of core today is also because maybe we're all sitting a bit more and we don't want to be losing the integrity of these muscles here, right? Because then that can later cause some back pain. So go ahead and stop if you haven't stopped. And with your feet still planted, kind of slightly close to your bottom, I'm going to press into your feet, inhaling hips all the way up to the sky. Inhale those hips up, chest to chin, chin to sky. And exhale, lowering the hips down. We do this on a movement. Inhale up. And exhale down. We're going to incorporate the arms as you move the hips up. Inhale, arms up with the hips. And exhale, arms down. Just 1 more, maybe bringing the arms all the way up and over. Big inhale in and exhale down. Good job. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. We're just going to do some gentle circles. Pushing the knees away, just massaging the lower back. And opposite direction here. And then go ahead and grab behind the back of the legs. And we're just going to roll on up, rocking and rolling. Nice, coming to a nice seated position here, whatever's comfortable. Just going to use that core just a little bit. I've done this before of just kind of thinking of the movement almost like grinding coffee or self-grinding. So we're just going to kind of put our hands on our knees and gently just move from our core, really warming up our abs here. So moving counterclockwise or clockwise, whatever way you're moving right now. We'll do the opposite in just a moment. Just really moving from that core, just getting some movement in our spine. Now opposite direction. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. And coming back to center here, nice long spine. We're going to go ahead and extend both legs out to the side. So nice open through the legs here. Feet are pointed up. Toes are pointed up, I should say. Nice deep inhale, long through the chest, long through the spine, chest up. Relaxing the face. And exhale, just gently bringing our hands to the center here. Option to come to your elbows, getting that deeper stretch if it's possible. If not, just staying here, seeing how wide you can maybe make the legs, keeping the toes pointed up. And maybe just a gentle sway side to side. So we're not gripping here. Just a gentle movement. Nice deep stretch. Inhaling, coming up. And let's bend the right leg. Bringing our hips facing our left foot. Inhaling both arms up, deep. Inhale in and exhale, forward fold. Seeing if you can grab your calf or your ankle or your toes. Just really warming up today. Nice stretching. Tuning into the body too as we do this. So just even mindfully stretching. Inhaling up. And we'll extend the right leg and bend the left. Hips facing the right. Inhaling both arms up. Toes facing the sky. Hinging at the hips. Deep inhale in. Breathing. And try to find some fluidity in kind of all of these postures. A little bit of movement. And maybe every position that we do today. So we don't feel so stiff. Inhaling up. We're going to make our way onto all fours for some cat cows. Here we go. So knees are aligned with the hips. Wrists are in line with the shoulders, pressing away. Inhaling, tailbone up to the sky, dropping the belly. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, dropping the tailbone, pressing away from the mat. Not angry cat. Inhaling, tailbone up. Dropping the belly and looking up. And exhale, just moving on your own breath. Inhaling, looking up. Good job. Coming back to center. Extending the left leg back. Here we go. A little bit more core here. Activate that your lower abdominal again. Activate your core. Inhale, left leg up. Right arm as well. Feel that energy through your fingertips and your toes. Maybe incorporating our theme of the day. My future is glorious. Exhale, hand and leg down. Extending right leg back. Inhaling up, use your core. Extending left arm forward. Feel that energy. A little bit of movement. And go ahead and bring them back down. And now bringing elbows underneath of shoulders. Moving knees back, coming into puppy pose. Option in puppy pose to even open up the arms a little bit more if your shoulders are a bit tight. Maybe for the gentleman at home. And just make sure you're not collapsing in the throat or in the neck. Inhaling, coming up. We're going to make our way onto our bellies here. Coming into Sphinx pose. Go ahead and pull on the mat. Get lots of space in your vertebrae here. Bringing elbows underneath the shoulders. Pressing into the palms. Rolling shoulder blades back. Inhale, looking up. Or looking forward, I should say. We don't want to look all the way up, or that will kind of kink the neck. So we're looking more forward here. And go ahead and do a little line with your nose, looking left and right. Make sure you're pressing your pubic bone into the ground. Shouldn't feel any tightness in the lower back, just some nose, moving our nose. Okay. Go ahead and lower on down. And go ahead and bend the knees, bringing the feet up. We're going to bring the elbows back underneath of our shoulders here. Doing a little bit of a stretch in our thighs here. Maybe moving your legs side to side. It's just so we're not feeling really stuck. Just some movement. Exhale down, moving the arms out. Maybe shaking the hips out. Go ahead and bend those legs again. Option here, you don't have to, but option to grab the outside of the feet with your arms. And you can stay right here if this feels strong enough. So you're pressing into the tops of your legs. We're opening up the shoulders here and inhaling up to lift. And exhale down gently. Go ahead and release the arms and the legs. Shake out the hips. That was a deep stretch there. Bringing hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up to tabletop, opening up the knees and pressing back into child's pose, a little bit of a counter pose. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale coming up, keeping the legs, keeping the knees wide. Like you do in child's pose, we're going to bring our feet together. I'm going to plant, so our hands are in line with our shoulders here. We're going to press into the left hand as you inhale, right arm up to the sky. We're going to exhale almost as if we're going to thread the needle. Inhale, coming back up. Extending the arm all the way up. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale, threading the needle, and this time we're going to come down to our shoulder. Nice deep inhale in. Option to bring your left arm above your head to support you, or you can bring it to the lower part of your back, really opening up. So a nice little twist here. Breathing, relaxing the face. And exhale, go ahead and plant the left hand if it isn't already. Inhale, nice deep inhale, raising the right arm all the way up to the sky. And exhale, planting right arm. So our arms are in line with our right shoulder. Inhaling, left arm up to the sky. Exhale as if you're going to thread the needle. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, go ahead and thread the needle coming down, down, down onto your shoulder, relaxing here. Option to still be pressing into your right hand or extending right arm above. Or bringing right arm to your lower back. Nice stretch here. Little twist. Relaxing the face. Deep inhale in into the lower belly. Maybe even close your eyes. And exhale, planting the right hand. Pressing into the right hand as you come up and you rise. Inhale, opening up to the left. And exhale, planting left hand. Bringing our knees back in line with our hips. Go ahead and tuck the toes and lift your hips up into the sky, into your first downward facing dog. Really pedaling out the feet here. Maybe you heard my husband sneeze. Pedaling out the feet. And with your gaze between your hands, walk, jump, or step all the way forward. Staying hinged at the hips, gentle bend in the knees. And inhale, gently rising vertebrae by vertebrae. Last thing to come up is your head. Good job. And from our strong mountain position here, pressing in to our feet, inhaling both arms up, Feeling lots of space between your vertebrae. Reaching, looking up. Go ahead and grab your left wrist with your right hand. And on an exhale, kind of leaning to the right. Inhale to center. Switch, grabbing your right wrist with your left hand. Deep inhale. And exhale, coming to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both arms down, bringing them to prayer position. Namaste. On an inhale, we're going to gently rise onto our toes. Inhale. And exhale down. Inhale to rise. Exhale down, really mindfully here. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good job. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move through 2 flows, so 2 full sun salutations. You can stay with me or you can move on your own breath. So similar with the diaphragmic breathing, we all have our own lung capacity. So sometimes we kind of want to move a little slower or move a little faster or whatever you're looking for in today's practice, I invite you to do. Or you can stay with me. So I'm going to move through 2 flows, gently stopping for just 2 breaths. And when I come back up to mountaintop, and before I move on to the second. Okay, so this is just to really become in tune with our breath and syncing each movement with our breath. All right. So again, I invite you to stay with me or to move on your own breath. Okay. So I will be saying what I'm doing, but I may or may not have my eyes open. So I invite you to do the same thing. So if you are comfortable in your practice to even have your eyes closed, I invite you to do that. Inhaling both arms up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Inhale halfway up, strong back. Exhale down, planting the hands, walking, jumping, or stepping back into your plank. Option to always come to knees. Exhale, keeping elbows in, lowering down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, pressing up to tabletop, tucking the toes and lifting the hips to downward facing dog. Nice deep breath here. Gazing between the hands, jump, walk, or step forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up to rise. Hands to heart center, exhale. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale out. And here we go again. Deep inhale in. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down, planting the hands. Walk, jump, or step back into your plank. Exhale down. Inhale in. Cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Gaze between the hands. Walk, jump, or step forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up to rise. Good job. I hope you enjoyed that. Sometimes when I do my own practice, I will do just even just a few rounds like that, just with my eyes closed, and it makes me feel really, really centered and much more connected to my body and my breath. Helps to bring me definitely into the present moment, helps me to lower any anxiety. So I highly recommend just doing a few sun salutations. Okay, just kind of checking in here. I'm wondering if anyone needs to catch up, so I'll wait just a few more moments here. Just focusing on our breath. Let's bring our feet just a little bit closer together, just so our toes almost touch. And using our core, so kind of bringing the lower rib cage in, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, kind of dropping the hips, pushing the hips backwards, and bringing your arms up, coming into chair pose. Really use that core. Arms are up. Gaze is forward into your future. And on an exhale, straightening the legs and just hinging forward. And from here, let's step the left leg back. And go ahead and lower the knee, deep inhale in. Exhale, straightening the front leg, extending the toes forward. Inhale, planting the foot. So we're going to press into that right foot, inhaling both arms up. Kind of grabbing that imaginary beach ball here, using that core. Gently tilting to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, gently tilting to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, planting the hands. We're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. And we're going to heel toe, just opening up our hip just a little bit here, pointing the right toes just gently out to the side. So our knee should be facing the same direction as our toes. Good job. Pressing into the left hand, pressing into the left hand, inhaling, right arm up, opening up. Nice deep inhale in, relaxing the face, little smile. And exhale, we're going to bring the arm up and forward. We're going to thread the needle, bringing the arm between the foot and the left hand, bringing it down almost as if you're going to try to grab the back foot. Nice deep stretch here. Inhale, coming up, all the way up, fingers to the ceiling. And exhale, just planting the hand, heel toeing that foot back to facing forward or a little bit closer. Go ahead and tuck the back toe, lifting the knee here, get that nice little runner's lunge. We're just going to gently step forward. Now it's a little bit of an awkward one, but we're just going to kind of sway gently side to side. Now moving the opposite foot backwards. Nice deep inhale in. And on an exhale, stepping the right leg backwards. And go ahead and lower down. Nice long back. And exhale, straightening the front legs, pointing toes to the ceiling. Exhale, planting the left foot. Inhaling, pressing into the left foot all the way up to rise. Grabbing that beach ball. Using the integrity here, so we're going to make sure our tailbone's tucked, our lower rib cage drawing in here. Activating that core. Exhale, gently tilting to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale, gently tilting to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, both arms down. And bringing the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Going to heel toe that left foot to the side, opening up through the hip, pointing it just gently towards the left, same direction the knee is facing. A little bit of a lizard variation here. Pressing into your right hand, inhaling left arm all the way up. And on an exhale, so hold it there for just a moment. And exhale, threading the needle, bringing it between the hand and the foot. Trying to grab that back right toe. Inhale, coming up. Bringing your fingertips all the way back up to the ceiling. And exhale, planting the hand. And this time, let's just step the foot backwards, stepping left foot backwards, opening up the hips and pressing your bottom back into child's pose. Really tapping into your breath. Tapping into our theme of the day of our future is glorious. And I'm living in limitless love and light and joy. All is well in my world. Love that. That's really nice. So just all is well. Just telling our body all is well. I'm safe. No matter what's going on in the world, I'm safe right here on my mat at this moment. Inhale, coming up. And from here, we're going to do gait variation. So if you need to be kneeling on maybe a pillow to protect your knees, please do so. We're not going to be here very long, but if you have any sensitivity in your knees, I do suggest that. So we're just going to kind of come up on our knees. So make sure you're kind of maybe tucking the back toes just for support if you need it. We're going to extend the left leg out, and we're going to point the left toes forward. So it's like our warrior 2 foot stance. Really pressing into that. Tucking the tailbone, using your core here. Inhaling both arms up. And exhaling left arm to left leg. Inhale, nice and lengthened here. And exhale, leaning towards our left side. Nice and deep side body stretch here. You should really feel this in your right hip. Nice and gently here. Inhale, coming up, both arms up. And on an exhale, we're going to come down to our right arm, gently and mindfully, planting right arm and extending left arm up and over. Now really feeling the energy. Go ahead and close your eyes and feel the energy from the tips of your fingers all the way down your body, down to your toes. Really opening up through the chest. And on an inhale, gently coming up to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. And go ahead and bend that left leg, bringing it back underneath of you. Again, if you need to have a pillow under your knees, no problem here. Extending right leg out now into that warrior 2. So my toes are pointing forward, really pressing into the side of my foot. Core is turned on here, tucking the back tailbone, where else would it be? Tucking the tailbone, inhaling both arms up, nice and lengthened here. And exhale the right arm down, get nice and tall in the spine, and then exhale, hinging gently towards the right side. You really feel a nice deep stretch in your left hip here. Breathing. Again, I invite you to close your eyes so you can really feel it. And again, I'm not like collapsing in. I'm still using lots of integrity in my core here. Inhaling both arms up. Exhale, planting the left arm mindfully here. Planting left arm. Bringing right arm up and over. Really pressing away from the mat. Opening up through the shoulders. Option to close your eyes. Breathe, relax the face. Feel that energy from the tips of your fingers, down your arm, down your hip, down into your feet. And on a gentle inhale using your core. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. Bringing the knee back underneath, coming to all fours. I'm checking the time. We're good. Okay. Hope everybody's doing good. Here we go. Coming into our tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up into the sky. Walk, jump, or step forward. Staying hinged at the hips. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. Good job. Okay, so we're going to step back into our warrior one. Take a nice deep inhale in. And on an exhale, step back the right foot. So just gently here. If you want to turn it into a balance and mindfully step it back, you can. Or you can just kind of drag the foot backwards, whatever you would like. So just a nice kind of wide stance here. And you're going to gently pivot the back foot open, kind of like it was in the lizard pose. So nice, strong warrior one here. Hips are facing forward. Inhale, both arms up. We're going to come into a humble warrior here. Exhale, arms down, back. Interlocking the fingers. Inhale, looking up. Nice deep inhale, really opening up the chest. Mindfully pressing in to your back foot there. And exhale, gently hinging at the hips. Option to stop right here, staying really tall and strong. Or continue all the way down, dropping the crown of your head, bringing your arms all the way up to the sky. Mindful of your core, mindful of your feet here. A little bit of balance. Nice, beautiful, humble warrior. Inhale gently, mindfully, coming all the way up. Unlocking the hands as you bring them all the way up and above. Grabbing that beach ball. And on an exhale, pivoting the back foot, opening up into a warrior two. So you might need some more space. Opening up into that warrior two. Strong core. Beautiful warrior two here. Make sure knee is stacked over the ankle, really gripping the mat. And we're just going to stay here for just a breath or two. Just checking in with the body. Gaze is over your fingertips, over the left hand. Feeling really strong in the core, hugging lower ribs in, tailbone is tucking. Feeling really strong in the legs, so even though we're not going to be doing too much movement here, this takes quite a bit of strength to be standing here. So we're actively really opening up through our hips here. We're ripping the mat apart with our feet. Should be really activating your left glute. Long in the spine, almost as if someone's pulling on your hair, pulling you up, gently pulling. So you're like on a little rope. Nice and tall here. All right, and go ahead and straighten that front leg. Inhaling both arms up. Go ahead and relax the legs. And exhale, bending the front knee again. Go ahead and lower the arms down. Straighten that front leg. Just going to relax here for just a moment. Keeping the leg straight. What you don't want to be is locking out your knees. I tend to be hyperextend. So we don't want to be locking the knees, but they should be straight. So inhaling, both arms up. We're going to bump the back hip backwards. Back hip backwards. I apologize. We're going to bump the right hip kind of going backwards here as we hinge forward. Hinging, reaching forward. Really using that core here. Option to exhale, left arm down, opening up to triangle pose. We're just going to be here for a breath. Really be mindful of your core here. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, both arms down. Pivoting the left foot forward. We're just going to heel toe, coming back to center here. That was a bit of a powerful pose. So now we're going to do the opposite side. I'm going to go to the opposite side of my mat so I can stay open. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Option to kind of turn this into a little bit of a balance. So lots of action going on here in your core as you mindfully step back. Or you can just step the left leg back. Play with this a little bit if you'd like. Coming into our warrior one. Make sure the left foot is slightly pivoted out. If you need to take a wider stance, for balance, feel free. We're not Barbies, so our legs aren't right underneath us. Bending the front knee. Taking me a little while to get into this. But dropping the tailbone, activating the core. Inhaling both arms up. Nice strong arms here, strong core. Grabbing that beach ball. Exhale, interlocking the hands behind. Long in the spine, strong in the core. Here we go. Exhale, gently hinging at the hips. Option to stay right here or continue all the way down till your crown of your head is facing the floor and your arms are fully extended above. Humble warrior. Inhale, use your core to rise. Inhale, coming up, dropping the hands, and inhaling them all the way up. Exhale, opening up into your warrior two. And I need to move here on my mat a little bit. Opening up into that warrior two here. Left toes are pointing forward. Right toes are pointing towards the side wall here. Knee is over ankle, my right. Kind of gripping the mat, really tearing the mat apart. Legs are really strong here. Make sure your knee isn't kind of wobbly. It's right over the ankle. Inhaling both arms up, strong in the core. Dropping tailbone, rib cage, lower rib cage coming in. And all I mean by that is that helps a little bit more of a movement to know that you're activating your lower core there. And your pelvic floor as well. Strong arms, looking over your right fingertips. We're just going to be here for a few breaths like we were on the other side. Nice and strong here. Feeling that pull on the top of your head, nice and long in the spine and tall. Good job. Inhale, arms up, straighten the front leg. Or right leg, excuse me. Exhale, bending right knee again. Using your core, here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Again, making sure you're not locking out your legs. It's a gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, arms up. We're going to kind of bump our hip backwards gently towards the left. As you reach forward, option to stay right here or exhale. Really opening up here. Triangle pose. You've got this. Inhale, coming up. Good job. Exhale, arms down. Go ahead and pivot the right toes facing forward. You know where we're going here. Hands on our hips. Nice and strong as we exhale. Mindfully hinging at the hips. Hands to the ground. A little bit of movement here. Go ahead and walk your hands towards your right leg. Hands to center, walking them now towards the left. Hands back underneath. Maybe bringing your hands back to your hips. Inhaling all the way up to rise. Heel toeing your feet. Almost back to center. We're going to pivot the toes, opening them like they were. So I'm sorry, pivoting them, opening up to the side here. Staying in control with our core here, bending at the knees, kind of coming into a little bit of a squat here. Inhaling both arms up, and exhale, bending the elbows, coming into those cactus arms to our goddess or god pose. Really feeling that in your booty here, maybe kind of moving gently side to side. And inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. We're going to do that just one more time. Exhale, bending the knees, bending the elbows, keeping the integrity with your core. Go ahead and come onto the toes of your right, toes of your left. And on a gentle inhale and exhale, now coming onto both toes. And exhale down, straightening both legs, dropping the arms, heel toeing, coming back into your mountain pose, hands to heart center. Go ahead and bow your head, getting a little bit of a stretch in your neck. And we're going to do one last flow option to skip if you would like. You can even move on your own breath or flow with me to our last downward dog. Inhaling both arms up, reaching for that glorious future. Exhale, hinging at the hips, knowing that all is well. I'm safe. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Jump, step back to plank. Lowering down. Inhale up, pressing into your foundation. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting up. And tucking the toes until you're downward facing dog. Here we go. And go ahead and come down gently to your knees. Opening up the knees, coming into child's pose. Maybe bringing your arms back behind. And inhale, coming up. Maybe planting the hands behind you, fingertips facing your bottom, lifting your heart, lifting your chest. And exhale, coming out. We're going to gently move the legs and make our way on to our backs. Here we go. Just gently and mindfully here. Lowering down. Inhale, legs to chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Exhale, letting them fall to the left side as you open up the right arm, looking over your right shoulder. And turn on your TV with your feet. Inhale, legs to center. Exhale, allowing them to fall to the right side as you look over your left shoulder. Inhale, legs to center. Planting the feet. And bending the knees. And grabbing the outside of your feet into happy baby. Feel free to do any last kind of stretches that you need here. And straightening, bending. And bringing your feet together, coming into a reclined butterfly, opening up those hips for one more moment here. Bringing your hands back on your heart and on your abdominal on your navel. Feeling your tummy rise and fall. And if your legs aren't already extended, go ahead and straighten your legs. And bring your arms to your side for Savasana. I invite you to close your eyes. Begin to relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax the tops of your legs and the backs of your legs. All the way up to your hips and your bottom. Just relax and melt into the mat. Relax your lower back, your mid back, and your upper back, all the way to your shoulders. Just relax and melt into the mat. Relax your stomach, your abdominal wall, your chest, all the way up to your shoulders. Just relax and melt into the mat. Relax your shoulders down to your elbows, your wrists, and down each fingertip. Relax your neck and your throat. Relax your jaw and your tongue and your mouth. Relax the back of your head, the top of your head, and your forehead. Relax all the muscles in your face. And just melt into the floor. Become fully relaxed. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. And bringing your hands back to your stomach and your chest. Just feeling your hand on your stomach just rise and fall ever so gently. And knowing that all is well. You know that your future is filled with love and joy and happiness and everything good. And hopefully a lot of fun too. And on an inhale, gently begin to move your toes and your fingertips. And shaking out the legs, inhaling your knees, giving yourself a nice big hug. A little bit of gratitude for today's practice, giving yourself a little bit of thanks and praise. And exhale, gently falling to the side, cradling your head. And gently make your way up to a seated position. May you always have clarity of thought. May you always speak your truth. And may your heart always be filled with love, compassion, joy, and light. And a knowing that all is well in the world, or in your world. Namaste. And continue to namaste healthy and safe. Thank you so much for joining me. On today's Monday practice, I'll be here again Wednesday and Friday this week as well. Thank you all who had joined. Ashley wrote, thank you for that card and meditation vow. Hope to finish yoga later today. Love you. Grateful for you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Appreciate that. Gloria said, what a great session. I feel so good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I kept it nice and gentle today, or at least I tried. Uli says, danke und euch einen schönen Abend. Danke dir auch. Casey says, thanks again, Val. Love you. Love you too, Casey. Thank you so much, everyone who joined. I think my dad message said another good class. So thank you, everybody. And please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or share this with others that you think would be interested. I'll continue doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live here. Same place, same time. And again, I've said it before, please let me know if there's something you wanted to work on. I did have something for wrists today, but Ashley joined a little late, so maybe I will join that. I will say something about wrists and just make sure we're doing our poses and we're not hurting ourselves. I'll start that off on Wednesday. Oh, Louise says, that was really nice. Thank you. You're welcome, Louise. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day. And I hope to see you again soon. Mwah. Bye.